Hey, sexy lovely people, how are we doing? Hope you're all good. Right, what's the day today? It's Friday, it's the 31st of March, and the weather's absolutely shockingly shit. I'm not even monetised at the moment, so why should I worry about the don't swear within the first 2 minutes of your video. Anywho, my girlfriend got the delivery of Stormbringer, so we've got issue 3, 4, 5 and 6. We are going to have a look at issue 3 and the basic toolkit that you get. Crack this open. There we go. Let's put that on the floor because we don't need it. We want to look at that. Let's put that across there. I shall move my cup of tea. Let's put that out. We'll have a look at that in a mo. So, Stormbringer, battle games in the Age of Sigmar. Right, 5 Stormcast Vindictors. Enter the realm of beasts, your biggest battle yet. Oh wow, so we're straight in with a giant and a half zebra hawk horse thing. Realm of beasts. The ground quakes, the skies are filled with animal shrieks, and the smell of blood is on the wind. This is Gur, the realm of beasts. In this mortal realm, all creatures and plants, and even the land masses themselves, are deadly predators. Only the very strongest survive the eternal hunt of Gur. The rest are devoured. Okay, they must get through a lot of Gaviscon on that one then. Land of monsters. War in the realm of beasts. So we've got a card for monsters of Gur. More crushers. Was this the thing that that war boss is going to be riding for one of our premium kits? Some people mistake Maw Crushers for a type of drake or dragon, but Maw Crushers are meaner, harder, and much stupider. Yeah, I know dogs like that. The tiny brains of these creatures are filled with nothing but hate, and their massive fists can smash Stormcast Eternals to bits in moments. Watch out for a Maw Crusher's mouth. Even if you escape its massive teeth, the power of its bellowing roar can turn your organs to liquid. Nasty way to go. Try and squeeze yourself into a narrow crag if you see one of these creatures around, and hope it gets bored before it reaches you. And then we've got a Carnosaur. Carnosaurs are massive lizards who live in the jungles of Gur. Only the Seraphon have successfully managed to tame these beasts. Always check to see if a Carnosaur has a rider. If there's a lizard man on its back, it might be tame, and it could well be there to help you. If there's not, well, try to run fast and look less tasty than the rest of your companions. Carnosaurs love to hunt other monsters. If you can see bones, you may be in a Carnosaur's hunting ground. Isn't it that thing? You know, I don't have to run faster than the zombies, I just have to run faster than the slowest member of the group. Right, sorry, slip of tea. It's our sworn duty to protect Sigmar's flock through shield, spear and storm. Okay, Stormcast Eternals. So we've got a little bit about Stormcast Vindictors here. We're doing a D6 rolling chart for Prime Origin. We've got some names. Unit traits. So yeah, and then obviously you can fill this in. Stormcast collection. Stormcast names. Andras, Stratos, Cassia, Victor, Balthazar, Syrah, Zanis, Vasilos, Albina, Mislav, Avran, Zeno. Okay, so there's quite a few there. Hero surnames and unit names. So yeah, plenty of D6 rolling charts there. Now, Stormcast Eternal Vindictors. These, so we got our build destructions. I have already built a unit of these because my other half and I shared the Warrior box set. So I've already made a set of Vindictors. I can't remember where they are though. That's the only problem. I have started painting them as well, so they are likely to be around here somewhere in my chaos corner, as it is. Anyway, how to use dice. Here we go. Dice are key to Warhammer Age of Sigmar. In every battle you will use 6-sided dice, often shortened to D6. So there we go. How to use war scrolls. Okay, so this is what I need. I need to know how to decipher these war scrolls and how they work. War scrolls and attack sequence. Select weapons, hit rolls, wound rolls, save rolls, wound markers. And then we're having a playthrough for Border Skirmish, moving into battle. We're still using our battle map with the teacup stains on it, as I like to call it. I'm assuming that's just making the movement easier. So we've got some examples here of how they play. And we're playing with the Vindictors as well. And then we have the next look. So we've got in issue 4, we've got a paint issue, we've got 4 paints and a paintbrush. And then in issue 5, I think this is the new Praetor Prime miniature. Is this the exclusive miniature for this series? I don't know. Okay, so there you go. Let's bring you down. Let's have a look at the plastic. Ooh, there you go. Hello again. Right, here we go. So we get 40mm bases, slaughter bases, and then our sprues look like this. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head where the I doubt they're in here, but I'm going to look anyway. Yeah, not in there. Okay. I can't think. Okay, right. Anyway, these are a 2021 sculpt. There are a couple of options that you get with these. So, for example, you can make one of your Vindictors as a banner bearer, and you can denote one of your Vindictors as a specific leader, and the specific leader will get a snazzy shield along with a groovy piece of parchment wrapped around the end of his spear, or her spear. Most of these peg on 1 foot, and because of that they've included lots of little scenery pegs to just fill the other hole on the 40mm base. But these are really good. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spears. So like I say, we've also got number 7 here with the bit of parchment wrapped around it, and then we've got the banner as well. I think the guy holding the banner maybe not. I thought that the banner bearer, if you chose it as a banner bearer, he would be had a sword, but I can't see unless I'm going blind. Let's have a look at the destructions. No, just the banner bearer. He's got a sword strapped to his waist and just the shield. So all well and good. Okay, there we go. That's what we're doing. Now then, we have. I think you have head options for most of them. So you can have them helmeted or unhelmeted, which is quite nice. There is a female included in this set, as denoted by the slightly different armour. I made the female my leader on the last unit that I had, so I may swap that around this time. I may even not have a leader or a banner bearer because I've already got a leader and banner bearer, and I might just make these as 5 Vindictors to bolster the previous set up to 10. But there you go, because I think we're going to get some more anyway. I think we get 2 sets of these. But there you go, that's the Vindictors. Come back and we'll build a couple. But what I'm also going to quickly look at is the free gift that you get for subscribing with this delivery. So delivery number 2, we get some plastic glue. It's not the best thing in the world. I prefer to use EMA plastic one. It goes off quicker. So if you're needing to glue something and have it set a lot quicker, then Bob's your uncle. And then you get this mould line scraping tool. Okay, so this is like just a really cheap version. You can buy versions of this from GW where they've put a handle on it. But yeah, there you go. And then we have the side cutters that don't want to come out. Come out. There you go. So these are great. The only thing I will say is that eventually the foam handle comes loose, and then as you're cutting stuff, it moves around, which is like highly annoying. Seriously, highly annoying. But there you go. So there you go. That was premium gift number 1. Ooh, isn't it nice? Anyway, come back and we'll have a look at building a couple of Vindictors, shall we? So, first Vindictor we're going to build today is going to be our banner bearer. So it seems that they're called. This is an Azerite signifier. The Azerite signifier is a magical banner that bolsters the bravery of the Vindictors who fight around it. I have changed my mind because originally I was not going to do this, do it this way. But I thought, do you know what? Apparently we get another set of Vindictors later on, so I'll build those just as warriors. So first thing is chucking his head in. I am just going to secure that with a little bit of plastic weld. And then we are lobbing on his back. So these Vindictors, I believe, are the monopose minis that you get with the starter sets, and similar to what the recruit edition is to 40k, etc., and the command edition, blah blah blah. And then you've got his left arm going on, which is his shield arm. Now this guy doesn't have a spear, but he has a long sword. And basically that's his armament, this long sword, whereas most of the other Vindictors have a kind of gladius, a shorter sword. And then the banner arm goes on like thus. And then you will glue the shield on. Now I'm not actually going to glue the shield on just yet. What I am going to do though is I'm just going to make it slightly easier to be able to push on and off. I'm just going to shave that down slightly. And then there's a peg hole just past the wrist that the shield goes into, and then you will glue this guy onto the base. Find your best pose, I suppose. I think that one. And I shall just make sure that he's firmly pushed down. So this one's actually a fairly easy one to build. We're going to do the Prime, which is supposedly a champion, and I'm liking the fact that the champion of this set is female. Come back in a sec. Let's make our champion then, shall we? So we are starting off with the front of the torso by the look of it. And first thing we're going to do is lob the legs in. So they go in, and there's a pin on the bottom part of the torso there. And then we're going with the head. And I think that just goes in one position. So kind of like so. I'm just going to add in some glue there. Now the pin anchors the back piece in place. So just line that up and hopefully push it together like so. I am going to run some glue down those seams. Also just going to run some glue in around the bottom to make sure that the legs are in place. So there we go. This is what we have so far. We are then, oh, I haven't cut our shield arm off. We are then going to put on her spear arm. That goes on like so. And then I'm going to stick her to a base. I always score the bases just so that when I put the PVA and the sand on, the PVA has something better to key into and is less likely to slide off. Right, so let's have a look and see. I think that's probably about the best position. So, right, as soon as I forgot her arm, number 35, 37, 39, 36, 35. I have to say, I'm actually quite impressed with the placement of mould lines, because a lot of them are running down the edges of armour, which makes them harder to spot and also means that you don't need to trim them, you know. And I'm finding, because they've done this, actually very few mould lines that I need to scrape. So it's quite nice. And then we have her shield arm going on here. And so she's foisting her spear up into the air as if to say, onwards. And then the shield and goes on like thus, like so. So those are the two that I've built. Join me in the next video. All right, take care. Bye bye.